Okay, so this is a question that, funny that we get this, because I always ask myself this question and I always self-check. And the person who wrote this in said, if you had never come on the show, what do you think you would be doing as a career now? I don't know if you do this, Becca, but I always, I would have to say every week. At some point during the week, I say, okay, it's Tuesday, it's 1:00. What would I be doing right now if I had never gone on The Bachelor? And I think about that, and I'd be like, I'd be in an office, I would be in a courtroom, I'd be in a deposition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, would I be in a relationship? I don't know. Would I be married? I have no idea, but I always self-check, like, you know, one decision can change the entire trajectory of your life.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that was someone coming in my office saying, tryouts are down the street in 2 weeks. You should go. We should all go.
Mm-hmm.
I always do that. I mean, so to answer the question, you know, if I hadn't been the Bachelorette or even gone on The Bachelor, I would still be an attorney. I'd still be
Mm-hmm.
practicing. I have no idea what my love life would be. You know, at that time, I was coming out of a failed relationship, still trying to hang on to the remnants of it, even though I knew it was over.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my career, I'd still be an attorney. You know, even after The Bachelor, I went back and practiced law.
Yeah.
Even after The Bachelorette, I still practiced for a year and a half after. So I would definitely still be practicing.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I don't even know. I feel like, I mean, because I was working as a publicist in PR before the show, I felt like where I was though at my agency, I'd like reached the end. So I was ready for some sort of transition, which thank God at the time it was the show. I mean, easy answer, I would probably still be doing PR, maybe for a more fun like lifestyle company or for lifestyle brands. But like, would I love it? Would it be like my dream passionate job? Probably not. I feel like now, I mean, in a perfect world, I'd be like a homicide detective or like a
Oh, whoa. Okay.
book
Olivia
editor or
Benson.
something. I don't know. Not that I could ever do it, but just, you know, going back, if I could do it all again, I think I would pick maybe a different career path. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know, because without going on the show and meeting Garrett, I would have never probably moved out to California. And thank God I did, because I love it out there. I'd probably still be in Minnesota dealing with the cold, depressing winters. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have kids yet. I feel like I still had things like in life that I wanted to do.
It's interesting you say that, because right before I tried out for The Bachelorette, I was in LA for one of my really good friends. She was having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there for a baby shower. And I remember it had been the first time I had been to LA in 10 years. And I remember being there and thinking, wow, something just feels different. I feel like I should be here. And my friends that were at the baby shower were like, you should come out here. And I was seriously thinking about taking the California bar and changing the type of law that I was practicing, because I focused in sports law in law school. And I always knew I wanted to go back to sports and entertainment, but I was stuck in a place of being complacent, a little too scared to make that jump, because I knew I always didn't want to practice law forever in that way. So it's interesting. After hearing you say that, it just brought me back to where I was at the time. You know, I loved what I did, but I was always looking out the window and kind of wondering and imagining for more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy that, you know, now we have the opportunity and a little bit more freedom to explore the things that we've always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like, I look back and you get out of college, you find your job, you think your life's going to turn out so different. When I graduated college, I was 22 and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get married soon. I'm going to have kids. I'm probably always going to stay in Minnesota. Yeah. Fast forward to when I first went on the show, I was 27, I think. And like, at that point, I was like, I'm just going to live my life and have fun and see where the world takes me and maybe move to California. And now, like you said, we have the ability to kind of switch up our lives and our roles or like what we want to do. And so it's like, maybe I could become a book editor or something somehow.
Yeah.
Like maybe I would go back to school to get a new degree. Who knows? Like the world is your oyster, people. So for any 22-year-old girls out there who think your life's going to go one way and you're dead set on like getting married and having kids right away, just give it some time.
Give it some time. Yes.
Have fun.